Rangefinders, one of the most popular accessories in golf and extremely important for amateur golfers. To really understand and know how far you are away from the flag, these are needed. And that's why PGA Tour professionals now use them in their practice rounds, so they can know as accurate as possible how far they are away from the flag. A great piece of kit, but there are so many on the market today. So let's talk through them and which one could be right for your game. In any sort of consumer market, there will be premium and budget ones. We'll go with the premium first. And first up, Bushnell, the tried and trusted of the majority of PGA Tour players and far and wide, I think, the most popular rangefinder brand. Is there anything extraordinary in the Bushnell Tour V5? I don't think so, but in terms of accuracy and ease of use, this is right up there at the top. It's an extremely simple but heavy design, so it's really nice to just hold and look at the flag. Could it be a little bit bigger? Perhaps. But I think for the everyday golfer, this one here will be extremely easy to use. All you do is turn it on. By the button at the top, you've got a yards and meters sign, and you can change it to different modes if you like. Also got a slope feature as well, as does the majority of rangefinders we're talking about today, which is just on the side. Why is this so expensive when it has similar features to other rangefinders? It is the most accurate. Out of the testing that we've done, I've never got an incorrect reading, which sounds quite unbelievable, but I've never got an incorrect reading with this. From 100 to 300 yards, I've always got the right yardage. If you want the most accurate rangefinder in golf, the Bushnell Tour V5 is certainly the one to go for, but you are paying for it with that premium price tag. Another premium rangefinder is this, the Motorcaddie Pro 3000. We have reviewed this previously last year, and this actually is the one that I'm currently using. I'm a really big fan of how it feels in my hand, and the lens for it, the way you're looking into it, is my favorite. It's extremely clear and has a really nice zoom feature as well, so it's extremely easy to laser in on the flag. I think it is a little bit too expensive because this is, let's say, its initial introduction by Motorcaddie to the rangefinder market, and it's come right up there similar to Bushnell, although you can now get some really good deals on it. If one of the most important things in rangefinders is for you to have some really nice visibility, I do think the Motorcaddie Pro 3000 is the one to go for. It's extremely comfortable in your hand, and as I said, you can change it between red and black, but it's extremely visible. So for whatever weather conditions you want to use it for, I've used it in disgusting weather conditions, it holds very true. Now there are some other premium rangefinders. We've got Garmin and many other brands, but before we go into budget, I want to talk about the multifunctional ones, because rangefinders themselves are pretty basic. They will always zap and get how far you are away from your desired target, usually the flag. Some brands, to separate themselves from others, have made them a little bit different. Shotscope, for example. We have the Shotscope Pro LX, very nice rangefinder, but nothing too special. This year, Shotscope released this, the Shotscope Pro LX. And I use this for a long time because I think for a beginner just getting into the rangefinder game, it's really nice to use. You've got a really nice thumb grip just here, and it just makes it extremely easy to use. The visibility with the lens could be improved, and it isn't that visible sometimes, but you can adjust it. The special thing about it is this little thing here. You've actually got a GPS function on it, which you can remove if you want to, but that means you can do shot tracking with a rangefinder, technically. If you're really into just finding out what's wrong with your game, how to improve your game on the course, having things that can track every single shot is really important, and I've been using it on and off for the last 2 years. Shotscope are one of the #1 brands for this, and by having this little thing here with the rangefinder, it means now people can use this and not just be limited to the GPS features. To separate itself from the crowd, I think Shotscope have done really well here. The only negative thing I would say is it feels a little bit flimsy for the rangefinder itself. When you're comparing it to Bushnell, Motocaddy, things like that, it does feel a little bit light and doesn't feel that premium, but it has all the premium features of rangefinders. So definitely one to consider if you don't want just a rangefinder, if you want something different. The funny thing with budget rangefinders is there are literally hundreds of them now. If you go onto Amazon, there'll be tons of different types of brands, and you may be a little bit confused as to which one to get. What I always look at is to see if the brand does a multitude of different offerings. For example, we've got here the Zoom Focus S. We've also got the Zoom Focus Tour that I've used. The Zoom Focus S is a little bit smaller than the Focus Tour, but it still is packed in with tons and tons of technology. Zoom itself isn't that much of a well-known brand, but I think from an aesthetics point of view, this is the best looking rangefinder, the Zoom Focus Tour and the Focus S. It's quite heavy, it's quite nice in hand, but just from aesthetics alone, it looks really nice. Lens-wise, it could be a little bit bigger, and in terms of the actual device itself, it could be a little bit bigger as a whole. But that could just be down to me, and to be honest, with budget rangefinders, you will find them getting a little bit smaller to kind of save a little bit of money. This isn't true budget, but I do think it's still a little bit cheaper than the other premium ones, such as Bushnell and Motocaddy. Getting down to real budget ones, you've got a thing like the Golf Buddy Laser Lite, which is a very small, very cheap product. It isn't the best in the world, I will be honest, but if you do want to get something that's cheap and that is very lightweight and durable, I will go for that one. Its features aren't as accurate and aren't as quick as, let's say, a Motorcaddie, a Bushnell, but it still gets the job done. And that's the thing that I think you will see in terms of differences between budget and premium. The budget ones will still get the job done, but it may not be as efficient as the premium ones that cost a few extra £100. That's the same for Golf Buddy, for Blue Tees as well, who do really good products for just a little bit cheaper. But there is so much to choose from now, and this is a buyer's guide to say whatever you guys choose, you will be in good hands. For instance, we were sent 2 rangefinders by Eagle Eye here, which is on my golfing store over in the States. And I'll be completely honest, I'd never heard of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys would have never heard of it as well. We tested them both out and they were just as efficient as, let's say, the Shotscope as the Zoom. They still are a little bit budget, but whatever rangefinder you get, you will be in good hands. We've tested about 20 rangefinders over the last few years and none of them have negative feedback. If they've been made into production, it means they will get the job done. So what you're thinking now is, well, should I buy a premium one or should I buy a budget one? To be honest, it just depends how much money you want to spend. If you go towards things such as the Motorcaddie and the Bushnell, which will be around that £300 mark, what you'll be getting is a durable product that is more efficient. You'll get that target a lot quicker than, let's say, the Golf Buddy. But if you only want to spend about £100, £150, things like the Golf Buddy, the Zoom Tour S, the Shotscope Pro L1, they will absolutely still serve you very well, but just don't expect them to be as fast and maybe as accurate as things like the Bushnell. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts, guys, on this, because I know a lot of people that I talk to do simply go on Amazon and just get a cheap one for 50 or 60 quid and they say it does the job. What are your thoughts as to rangefinders? Because me, I use the Motorcaddie and I do use the Bushnell as well, but I know everyone is different. Let me know what rangefinder you use or if you use a GPS device as well. And if you have any questions about any of the rangefinders in this video, any information, please let me know. I'll put links to all these rangefinders in the comments as well, so click them if you are interested. Guys, if you are new to GolfMagic, smash that subscribe button to keep up to date with all of our buyer's guides, all of our tips and tricks and reviews coming into 2023. Let me know what one you want me to do next. I've got wedges and putters lined up very soon, but if you want anything other than that, let me know. Until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.